Last year, I went to Andamans and captured a lot of footage, but I was not able to create a video due to my laziness. But finally, here it is. Andamans has got a unique charm about it. I did not want to return even after spending about 10 days there. Not only has Andamans got some of the finest beaches in the country with turquoise blue water, but even the water sports activities are available at very reasonable prices. You also experience very moderate temperature here, and the humidity levels are low enough to enjoy mornings and evenings way better than any other beach destination in the country. In addition to this, there is a lot of greenery all along the beaches, which makes the landscape more spectacular and enjoyable. We flew from Bangalore to Port Blair and stayed there for about a day while going and about a day while returning.
We have just landed in Port Blair and we are walking to our hotel. It is right next to the airport gate. We can just walk to it. I'll just show it to you.
Right across the airport is Keys Hotel, and you can see it from the gate itself, and that's our room. While being in Port Blair, we went to Chodia Tapu in the evening. The sunset was really beautiful and made it worth the bad ride we had taken. The roads were in really terrible condition because of the ongoing construction, and you must therefore check with your hotel before visiting the place. The second place we visited was Chatham Sawmill. It is one of the Asia's biggest sawmills and definitely worth a visit. The third place we visited was Cellular Jail. The light and sound show in the evening is really informative about the history of the place. And the show really brings up the dark history of the island, reminding us why it was called Kalapani. While being here, you can go to Rajiv Gandhi Sports Complex. The vibe and feel of the place in the evening is really nice, and you can enjoy a nice stroll here.
We took a ferry from Port Blair to Havelock at around 10:30 using Macruz ferry services, and we are here at 12 o'clock. We are just waiting to pick up our luggage, and you can see the view is really stunning out here. Macruz ferry service was nice. I think it was comfortable, and as you can see that it's not just blue waters, but there is a lot of greenery surrounding the jetty, and I'm sure we'll get to see a lot more when we start exploring Havelock.
We rented a bike right outside the jetty and took our luggage on the bike itself to our hotel. The road was scenic and beautiful, and the weather was also really nice. Our hotel was located at Govindnagar Beach, which offered us 24 by 7 access to the beach, while we had to leave most other beaches by 5:30 or 6 pm. And these are beachside cottages of Symphony Palm Resort where we were staying. The beach is beautiful and not crowded at all, thus offering you a good way to spend some quality time together. In the evening, you can also go for a stroll after dinner.
And you can see the various shades of blue that the sea is offering here. I think it is an unparalleled experience, and I have not seen any such beautiful beach in India before, which is so clean and offers such blue waters with white sand. That too, with a lot of plantation alongside the beach. Even on a sunny day, I think you can walk very comfortably without being exposed to sun if you don't want to. If you want, there are plenty of spots where you can find places where you can just lie down and take a sunbath. So we are at Govindnagar beach, and not only the beaches, but also the life which is there on the sand. If you just stop for a while and look at the sand, you will see a lot of crabs and insects crawling beneath the shells and conches. You just need to sit down for a while and just observe the life here, and you'll find that it is in entirety very beautiful. In the evening, we went to Kalapathar beach. Since it is popular for sunrise, there was not much crowd here.
This beach is a rocky beach, and you may not be able to swim here, but it looked picturesque and could be great if you want to sit here for a while and enjoy the breeze while looking at the blue waters. The sky does turn dramatic in the evening. Next morning, we decided to trek to Elephant Beach. The trek starts from a point that is on the way to Radhanagar Beach. You would spot some crowd on the right hand side after about a kilometer from the petrol pump. The track is fairly simple and you can do it on your own, but if you feel the need, you surely can take a guide from the starting point itself. It's about 1.8 kilometers track. We just parked our bike at the tracking point where the track starts, and I think we can hear the sound of the waves now. And so this is the mangrove region, and they say that when the tide is high, the water can come up to your knees and you'll have to cross the water and then go to the other side. But I think today the tide is low, so there is no water and we can simply walk across. Wow, and look at the beach that's there finally after 1.8 kilometers. The water looked so blue. It was crazy blue. My camera could capture only a fraction of it, and I couldn't resist the temptation of taking a bath here. Moreover, it was almost a secluded beach. Nobody was coming here. Everyone who was coming from the track was going to the left hand side of the beach. Let me show you what's there. There are a lot of boats, many people, and lots of stalls offering water sports activities at reasonable prices. I was so happy that I didn't come here directly, rather spend some quality time at that secluded stretch of the beach. After trekking back to the starting point, we decided to head towards Radhanagar Beach. Radhanagar Beach hasn't been awarded the best beach of Asia for no reason. Once you swim in these waters, you would realize the value of the fine sand, the gentle waves, which are ideal for backfloating and then enjoying the sunset. The greenery all along the beach makes the view more stunning, and when you're backfloating, you can enjoy the sunset as well as greenery. So we have just landed on Shahid Dweep, that is Teal Island. It's around 12 o'clock and the sun is at its peak. The water is as turquoise blue as you would want it to be. So we are at Neil Island today, and Neil Island, it seems, is inspired from the characters of Ramayana. Here you will find beaches in the name of Ram Nagar Beach, then Sitapur Beach, Bharatpur Beach, and Lakshmanpur beaches 1 and 2. Actually, Sitapur Beach is famous for sunrise, so you should come early here around 5:40. You should be here to be able to witness the sunrise at its best. And sunset, Lakshmanpur Beach 1 is very famous, so you can be there around 5:15 a.m. At Bharatpur Beach, you can actually do snorkeling. Glass boat is very famous here, so you can. It is actually glass bottom boat. They take you for a ride of 30 minutes, wherein you can see a lot of colorful fishes and the corals. Though most of the corals are dead, you will still be able to see a lot of beautiful fishes. And we could spot a school of blue fishes. I don't know the name of them. And then there were some brown colored striped ones and all that. And it is actually surrounded with a lot of corals, so swimming here might be a little bit difficult, but glass bottom boats offer a good way to actually explore and look at those corals and sea life. Also, there are scuba diving and snorkeling options, though it is not very popular for scuba diving. But still, water being so clear, I think it is a great opportunity for scuba diving, and you must definitely try it. The prices are also very reasonable. I think you can, for 4,500 rupees, you can do boat diving here. Most of the beaches look very different during the high tide time and low tide times. You won't be able to recognize because the water would have receded so much in the low tide hour that you will be able to see only rocks and corals and no water at all near the shore. And during the high tide time, the waves are at their peak and you can actually experience the sea at its best. So You can come in morning and evening to enjoy the waves and the spectacular views, but you can come in the afternoon if you just want to look at the rocky beaches and sit and lie down on sand for a while and relax. Not a big fan of tourist schedules, but I think it is best to stick to them if you are at Neil Island. Because, for example, if you want to visit sunrise, I think Sitapur is the best beach for witnessing a beautiful and dramatic sunrise. And you have to be here by 5:45 am. If you arrive here later, I think you will not be able to see much other than rocks and the scorching heat of the day. So, and same goes for Lakshmanpur beach. For example, if you want to see sunset, I think Lakshmanpur beach is the best place. You might be inclined to find places which are more secluded or give you more privacy. I think you might be able to find those places, but you won't be able to see the dramatic effect for which Lakshmanpur beach is famous. So it is best to follow them and enjoy Neil Island. Do like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.